What's going on, everyone watching this video? I don't know who needs to hear it, but I'm just gonna say what's kind of on my mind as I'm sitting out here in nature. I really had no plans to record a video at all today, but I was driving on my way to the grocery store and I just felt an urge to just come to the park and sit in the woods in literally my favorite spot that I like to go, and I just felt really compelled to make a video. So I don't know whoever needs to hear it. If you're here, welcome. This is just going to be a short video of just something that came to my mind today while I was driving and while I was just kind of sitting here thinking about what to record, because I felt an urge to record, but I had absolutely, like most of these videos, no idea what to say. It's just kind of me speaking from whatever comes to my heart. And I just thought back to something that occurred today, actually. I was just cleaning out my house, which is a rarity for me. I had to find like just the immense amount of motivation to even just like clean, just like get ready and clean my house, because I'm just like tired and busy whenever I got to do things. But that's besides the point. But I came to a box where I found all my old Rubik's Cubes, because when I was younger, I used to collect Rubik's Cubes and do Rubik's Cube competitions. And I seriously have not pulled out one of those cubes in probably years. So I was like, I wonder if I still remember how to solve this. So I had, if you guys don't know what a Rubik's Cube is, it's like a cube, kind of a puzzle, and you have to solve it. And there's like actually many different varieties of Rubik's Cubes. Like they have like the 3-dimensional cube. They have like, it's called a dodecahedron. It's called a megaminx, so it has like 10 sides to it. But anyways, there's many different ways to solve different cubes, and I still wanted to see if I had it in me. So I had the basic 3x3 cube, you know, the basic one that most people start off with. And I surprisingly remembered how to solve it. Like it was all like muscle memory, and I was just surprised that all that muscle memory just came flooding back to me. But I got to my megaminx, which is a 10-sided dodecahedron, and I was like, I don't know if I'll remember how to solve it. So I was making my way through it, and I surprisingly got a majority of the cube, not the cube, you know what I'm talking about, the majority of the dodecahedron, until I got to the last layer of it, and I just completely blanked. I was like, where did the muscle memory go? Like I would do some algorithms that I was sort of remembered in my head, but for the most part, like I could not remember the last step of how to solve it. I got everything up to there except for that last step. And when I tell you guys, I was working on this for like literally an hour, and I used to write down like the different algorithms on how to solve the cubes, and I didn't have that paper anymore, so it was just mainly coming from my head. So it's like, let me try to get this on my own, you know. And I tried, and it was like an hour into this. I cannot believe I wasted an hour of my life on this, but I wouldn't consider it a waste because I kind of came to this realization from it. But I'm still on that last layer, can't get it, messed up the cube even more, and I still keep getting to this stopping point, this last layer. So I was like, let me try to look up on YouTube like how to solve it. Like maybe I just need a refresher. And I looked through videos, and none of the videos were hitting. Like it just like wasn't clicking in my brain. I'm like, I solve it a different way, because the way I solved it is like a completely different way than like these people were teaching it, because I kind of had my own rhythm. Like I would follow the basic algorithms that were outlined for most people, and then I'd kind of do my own thing on it. And I couldn't find a video that was like just clicking in my brain to get it, and it was like really frustrating with me, because like I'm one of those people that like once I start something, like I need to finish. I was like, if I'm going to be here all day solving this Rubik's Cube, like that's what my day is gonna look like. So luckily it was my day off, my one day off. So I eventually like scrolled through like old videos, and I came across this video where I was like, I think this is the video when I was first learning back when I was like 10 years old, the video that like clicked in my brain to actually recognize how to solve it. So I skipped to the very last part of the video and I followed the algorithm that I like knew that I had to do. And I'm telling you, I solved it there in like 5 seconds. And I came to this crazy realization that like, first of all, A, I wasted my entire day trying to figure this out. But B, it was worth it because it showed me that even though I was going to give up and I was just going to like trade it in, be like, you know what, I haven't done this in a while. Like, what's the point of doing this anymore? I decided to stick with it and keep going and find a video or just something that resonated with me, that connected with me, that clicked with me. And it kind of just made me realize, just in the broader sense of things, just how, you know, there might be things in life that we want to do, like different projects or different desires that we have. And sometimes we might not see the results right away, or we might feel like giving up. And we never know how close we are to actually completing that, or how we might just need that extra push from somebody or something. And that could just be that like propelling force forward. And in my case, with this Rubik's Cube example, I was at the very last layer. I knew I was close to getting it, but I was about to give up. And just something in my mind was like, I'm not going to give up. Like, I wasted a whole day for this, for me to just give this up. And I feel like that happens a lot of times in our lives where like we start something and we might even come like a long way with it and we don't see any results, or we just feel frustrated, or we feel set back, and we just put that on the back burner, or we just decide to abandon it completely. And you never know how close you can be to actually accomplishing what that goal is, even if it's not something that you had originally imagined. Like, there might be a setback that you get, and that setback was for a reason. Like, there's a reason that God placed that in your life, because he wanted you to find another way to do it. And that's kind of how this example with the Rubik's Cube was, because I just needed that little extra push from something. That person that clicked in my head, that idea that actually made sense to me, rerouted me to get me to that point, to solving it. And the funny thing is, I was on the very last layer. Like, it was the last point of this cube and I was about to give up. And I feel like a lot of times in life, there are things similar to that where we're like right at the breaking point, and because it's life, like we can't see it. Like, we often don't even know how close we are to accomplishing something, or just a new opportunity arising. We have no idea how close we are to that. And then sometimes we just give up before that. And I feel like a lot of times that feeling that we get about giving up, those setbacks, those obstacles we might face, that is just like what happens before a big breakthrough that is going to occur. Like, sometimes we just need that little extra push. We need to find that person, that thing, that idea that's just going to push us one step forward and get that momentum rolling again. And at least for me, I make a lot of excuses to why I can't do things. So like, I always talk about consistency on here, and that's like a big thing. And like a big thing that I've noticed, like at my lifts at the gym, it's just like me being consistent. I've found the most results for, like, the things that I was consistent in life. And like when I was younger, I was consistent every day trying to solve the Rubik's Cube. And that's eventually what led me to my goals. And there were a lot of things where I was like maybe good or mediocre at some things, but I wasn't consistent with it. And that wasn't producing any results. I would just get to that point and I would give up. And yeah, I just want you guys to think, like, what's something in your life where it's like you just might be making excuses, or you might have limiting beliefs as to like why you can't get closer to that goal that you have. Because we're all going to make excuses. And granted, there are obstacles, there are, you know, limiting opportunities and resources that you might have. But even beyond that, like, what's something that you can take that's going to get you above that hump that you might have? So like, for example, for me, I really want to create. I really enjoy talking to a camera and making these videos. And granted, this is new for me, so I appreciate all you guys for being here. That's like sticking with these long videos as I try to navigate kind of like how to record and how to get my thoughts out there, because this is kind of just like a journey for me in itself. But there are so many things, like I told myself at the beginning of the year, like I want to be consistent with this like YouTube and just creating videos. And sometimes I just create excuses where it's like, oh, I'll have a long day at work and I'm like, I don't know if I gotta record, like I gotta eat, I gotta go to bed, I gotta do all these other things. And I put all these things on top of my priority, my goal, which would be creating content, and I put all these other excuses, all these other things on top. I even say like, I don't have the resources to record, but I have a phone that I'm recording on right now that barely has any space to hold it, and I'm recording on my Croc right now. Like, where's my other Croc? Like, let me pull it out. I'm recording on these $2 Crocs from Ollie's, which I highly recommend. If you didn't see my last video, here they are. But I'm recording on that. So it's just like, even if you, I think a lot of times we visualize the larger goal and it looks so far away for us, where we're like, oh, if we want to be like an athlete, professional athlete, I don't know what your case is, or you want to be a content creator, or you want to be a successful business person, or whatever that might be, that goal might look so far away for us because for whatever reason, all these different limiting beliefs in our head, all these different viewpoints from society, even comparisons when we compare ourselves to other people, because we have to recognize that everyone's journey is different. Like, your journey and the way you might get to point B may look completely different than someone else. Like, someone else might have that straight path that, you know, most people are used to following, but you might have to go down to C, redirected back to D, go to E, back to A, then back to B to get to that B destination. If you guys are tracking with me. If you guys could track with me and you could track these thoughts, I like highly commend you. Thank you. But it just goes to show that like everyone has different routes, everyone has different journeys. And I think a lot of times for me, and I don't know if this is the case for you, I focus too heavily on that larger goal and it just looks so far in the distance for me, rather than the smaller things, the things that are going to hold me consistent and keep me disciplined to reach that larger goal. So yeah, I might not have the editing skills or, you know, the ability to articulate my thoughts as clearly as I would like, or the, you know, large camera or microphone or editing equipment. I might not have all that, but at least for now, I know I have a $2 Croc from Ollie's for my tripod and my phone that has like 1 gigabyte left of space left, and just my thoughts and someone like you that's willing to watch this video and to listen to me. So I hope this video could be, literally sounds like someone's in the woods behind me, but I don't know. But I really hope you guys are tracking what I'm saying right now. I just hope this video reaches or resonates to at least one person out here, or it can motivate you to just keep going, taking those small consistent steps to help you reach that larger goal. Even if it seems far off in the distance, you might just be closer than you think, because I was about to give up. I was literally on the last layer of that Rubik's Cube and I was about to give up. And you might be at that point in your life where you just feel like, you know what, I'm just going to trash this. I'm going to give it up. But you might just need to just be redirected, or try a different strategy, or take a smaller step that you realistically think that you can follow and be consistent with it, and just see where that leads. So I don't know where that will lead for me. I don't know where it will lead for you. That's up between you and God and just whatever your dreams are. And I really hope to see the fruits of that for you guys. That would really mean a lot to just see. So if there's something in your life that you are passionate about, I'd love to hear about it. We're almost at 50 subscribers. That's like 50 people part of this community that like are following along, that, you know, sort of resonate or just want to hear what I have to say, which is really cool. And I really thank you for watching, because it motivates me to just keep making those small consistent steps to keep creating on the days that I don't often feel like doing so, because I want to meet more of you guys. I want to learn more about you, and it really helps me out to just hear from you guys, because it's really inspiring for me. And I'm just grateful that you guys stuck around this far to listen. And I hope you have a great rest of your day or night, wherever you're at. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.